Alrighty, welcome back to our final video in the series where we have been creating a one-bedroom apartment. As you can see now, my house is fully dimensioned. Okay, I've got the dimensions for each room. If you wanted to be really specific, you could go around and dimension each of the walls as well, which would add extra detail into the sketch, which would be awesome. But we're keeping it pretty simple in this course, so we won't worry about doing that. I did leave the 2 dimensions around the side there just so we knew the total width, of each side of the apartment. So what we're going to do in this final section is create some things called sheets. So we're going to get our house plans ready for printing. What we need to do is pop over to our project browser here. I have minimized a lot of my folders here, so you might need to do the same so you can see all of these. We're going to look for the word sheets. Okay, you might have a sheet in there called A101 or something like that. Just want you to right click on it and delete it. Okay, now with sheets still selected in your project browser, I want you to right click again and say new sheet, and I want you to load in a title block. So from these folders right near the bottom you've got title blocks, and I want you to grab the A3 metric one and just open that up. Make sure it's selected when you go to load it in and click OK, and this is basically the template we're going to use to put our house plans onto. Now before whacking our house plan onto here, there's a few things we need to do. I want you to zoom out on your ground floor tab, and what we're going to do is we're going to actually move these little cameras, these views, in closer to our house plan. Okay, so we can just pick them up and drag them down so they're almost touching basically. Nice and close we want them. You can actually highlight a few things and drag them down, so I might drag this right into the center here. Actually, now we want this view to go around our apartment, so whoops. So we may need to move this back up a bit. Sorry if I'm confusing you here. Let's get this view right around our apartment like so. That looks pretty good. Get these little guys, the east and west cameras, bring them up. Put them right around the outside like that. Now we can make this smaller here or not. Oh yeah, we can, which is good. Now we're going to pick all that up, just highlight it and bring it down to the south camera. So I don't think the south camera actually moves. So just bring it all down, 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 something like that. So now all our cameras are a lot closer around the outside of our house plan. And what we're going to do now is go back to our A3 sheet here, and in our views, click on floor plans, and grab the ground floor and simply drag it and drop it over here. And you'll see that it's just going to fit nicely on your sheet. Click once when you've got it in a good spot, and that will just drop it in. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. The next thing we might need to do is go down the bottom right here and just fill out a few of these boxes. So you just click inside the text box. It says unnamed at the moment. We'll just call it floor plan. Remember to write in capital letters. Where it says owner, just put your name. I'll write Mr. Bait. Project name, we'll just write 1 bed unit or apartment, whatever fits. If you want, you could put in project numbers. I'll just write 1. Put in the date if you want. So the date for me is the 3rd of the 7th, 2018. Drawn by Mr. Bait again. Checked by, there's no one checking it, so you can just delete the checker if you want. We won't have a checker. Scale's 1 to 100, and over here we'll just leave it as A103. Actually, you probably could name it Tutorial 1. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. That's our ground floor view all done. Okay, if that wasn't to fit on the page there, you could actually change the scale over here to another number like 1 to 200 or 1 to 300 until it did fit on your page. Alright, but that's looking pretty good, so we'll save that up. And what we're going to do now is do another new sheet. Okay, so over here in your project browser, click back on the sheets. You can see your first sheet there now. Right click, and we're going to add in a new sheet. This time, we'll still use the A3 metric template. We're going to put in the north and south views of our apartment. So in our floor plans, we're going to go to elevations. There they are. We want to get the north view, simply pick it up, drag it, drop it over here. And then the south view, pick it up, drag it, and we're going to drop the south view in as well. Try and get them pretty much in line with one another, like so. Okay, and again, just go and fill out the boxes down here. So the name of this one will be, oops, make sure you're in capitals, north and south view. I don't know if that's going to fit. Oh yeah, it fits alright. Still tutorial 1. Oh, we need a unique name for it. That's right, N and S view. That'll do. And if you wanted, you could change a few other bits and bobs in there, but we don't need to worry too much about that right now. Alright, so that's our north and south view sheet, looking good, ready for printing. So save that one. We're going to go and add another sheet in, so down on sheets in your project browser, right click your mouse, add a new sheet, use the A3 metric template. You'll probably guess it, we're going to do the east and west views of the apartment now. So bring in your east view first, that's just fitting, and the west view second. Alright, we have a bit of an issue here, they're a bit too big, so I'm just wondering if we'll be able to make these a little smaller, so we might go 1 to 200. There we go, that makes them a bit smaller. We'll move them up a bit higher there. That's a bit better. We'll try this west view. And again, we'll change it to 1 to 200. Oops. And that's made the west view a bit smaller so it fits in nicely. Alright, so we've now got our east and west view on our sheet. Again, down the bottom here, feel free to give them some names. So east and west view. Got to give it a unique name here, so ENW view. Author will be your name. That will probably do us for that sheet. Alright, so there's the east and west view of our apartment. So we'll save that up as well. We're going to do one more sheet now. So make a new sheet. A3. Now this time, we want a 3D view. Not sure how this is going to work, but we'll give it a bash. Just a little bit big at the minute, so we might need to click it in and then make it a bit smaller. So we'll go 1 to 150 if it lets us. No. It's going to have to be 1 to 200. Okay, bit small for my liking, but at least it fits on the page. I'm not sure why this line is going off the page. I'll just bring that in. There we go. So down the bottom, give it the name, 3D view, and the author. Right, you name it again. Instead of tutorial 4, let's call it 3D view. And we should be all done. Okay, so now we've got all our sheets ready for printing. We'll need to do that for our assignment later on down the track. But that is our first tutorial on how to create a 1-bedroom apartment, all finished. So I'll save it up, and that'll do us.